Dr. Frank Minyard, who served as Orleans Parish coroner for 40 years.
Today, the Orleans Parish coroner's report reveals new information about the chilling details.
Even in death, everything comes with a price. The casket, the headstone, and if there's reason to investigate what happened, the autopsy. But you might be surprised by what the WDSUI team found when we went price shopping at the coroner's office.
The Orleans Parish Inspector General says the coroner's office did not follow his recommendations to operate better and may be in violation of the law.
In his small office in Central City, 82-year-old Orleans Parish coroner Dr. Frank Minyard says he's facing the most unusual lawsuit he's seen in his almost 40 years in office.
We need a heart, a spleen, and a liver for tonight's sale. Yes, Dr. Minyard.
In New Orleans, the dead don't rest beneath the dirt, they float above it. Them tombs ain't just on blocks, they vaults. Crips stacking bodies like shoeboxes in a dope boy closet. City built them up high cause the soil too soggy to hold anything down. Try burying somebody 6 feet deep in New Orleans and they'll be floating back up like a haunted beach ball the next time it rains. But them graveyards, they more than cemeteries, they sacred. Real talk, them spots tied to that old hoodoo and voodoo spirits whistling through Spanish moss like they still got unfinished business. People light candles at Marie Laveau's tomb hoping for blessings, but they ain't know the real devil was sitting behind the coroner's desk right in the middle of downtown. Dr. Death himself, Frank Minyard. Now Frank wasn't just any coroner. Nah, bruh. This slick-haired, gold chain wearing, saxophone blowing, Cadillac driving clown thought he was some kind of celebrity mortician. Homie ran Orleans Parish morgue from 1974 to damn near Katrina. Over 30 years of slicing, dicing, and shuffling bodies like a damn card game. He would pose for cameras like he the city's Grim Reaper. But little did people know, he wasn't just signing death certificates. He was out here moving flesh like kilos. Let's be real, most people ain't even know the coroner got that much power. But in New Orleans, that man had more pull than the second line on Super Sunday. Frank had the last say-so on who got autopsied, who didn't, who got listed as murder, who got called a stroke. And in the city where bodies drop like bees on Mardi Gras, that's a whole lot of judgment calls. But this story ain't just about incompetence. Nah, this some straight up body snatching scandal. Behind them locked morgue doors on Earhart, Frank was running the nastiest side hustle the Big Easy ever seen. Homie was selling human body parts for years without nobody's permission. No next of kin signed nothing, no waivers, no consent. Just zip them up, carve them out, and ship them off like he was running a damn butcher shop for medical labs.
Parish Coroner Frank Minyard confirmed today he will not provide a ruling on the death of Henry Glover. Glover's family had asked for Minyard to rule the death a homicide, but Minyard said there was not enough evidence to reach that conclusion. An NOPD officer admitted to shooting Glover, while another officer admitted to burning his body. Glover's family had hoped that state prosecutors would take the murder case following a federal court acquittal of the officer who shot Glover.
Y'all better stay locked in, cause the next part, we digging deeper than them above ground tombs. And Frank, he about to get all the smoke. So boom, it's the early 2000s, and Minyard still sitting comfy in that Orleans Parish coroner's office chair like he royalty or something. Behind that white lab coat and that I'm just helping the city act, this man was knee deep in grimy operations so foul, it made voodoo rituals look like church choir practice.
Orleans Parish Coroner Dr. Frank Minyard says that his office is to blame for a mix-up that led to a man's body being accidentally cremated.
In 2003, the truth started creeping out the shadows. Mother named Tracy Reed lost her son, 18-year-old Reginald Epps. Kid got shot in the neck, left dead in the street. When Tracy tried to bury her baby, she found out something wild. Her son's brain was missing, just gone. Like somebody scooped it out like ice cream and dipped off. She ain't give nobody no permission. No one told her nothing. She damn near passed out in that funeral home. She went asking questions, and guess what? Frank Minyard's name was all over it. This wasn't some mix-up or accident. This was pattern.
Amounts to almost grave robbing or body snatching. You cannot do this.
McKenna is referring to lawsuits filed against the coroner's office where families claim their loved ones' organs were taken without permission.
Talk to all of the funeral home directors who picked up this bodies being mutilated, coming away with corneas missing, bones missing, and notified family members who then filed lawsuits, and these lawsuits had to be settled. So there's no misrepresentation. This occurred.
Turns out, Minyard had signed contracts with Tulane and LSU medical schools, letting them take body parts for research. But ain't nobody tell the families. No next of kin notifications, no legal paperwork. Just straight up organ jacking like that boy Meatball was doing niggas in the 90s. And it wasn't just brains. Homie had hearts, liver, spleens, you name it, rolling out the back door like them Popeyes employees who be stealing from work. Dude ran the city morgue like a damn body part buffet, and them universities was eating good. He had them contracts locked in since the late 70s, just sliding body parts over like the bill collector's mail you be throwing in the trash without even opening. The foul part, everybody was cool with it. Nobody was watching. When the media got wind of what was going on, oh, that boy Frank started moonwalking harder than Michael Jackson on that Motown reunion special. He tried to downplay it, and the family probably don't remember signing something. Bruh, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Ain't nobody signed nothing. People was burying their people thinking they was whole, not knowing their loved ones was in the grave looking like puzzle pieces. And let's not forget, this dude wasn't doing it for science. Frank had them schools paying the coroner's office fees all under the table. One invoice showed LSU dropping over 4 racks for specimens. That's not a donation, bruh. That's a sale. Homie was in the coroner. He was a damn organ broker in a white coat. After that shit with Reginald Epps made headlines, more families came out the woodwork. It was like the morgue had a trap door, and the truth finally fell through it. Lawsuits started pulling up like Katrina flood claims them insurance companies was denying. People was heated, real heated. One lady found out her son's heart was gone. Another dude's mama found out her child's eyes got snatched out. Frank had New Orleans looking like a live action episode of The Walking Dead, except this wasn't no damn fiction.
Political contributor and civic activist is suing the Orleans Parish Coroner. WDSUI team reporter Travers Mackel tells us about this highly unusual case.
That's the thing.
In his small office in Central City, 82-year-old Orleans Parish Coroner Dr. Frank Minyard says he's facing the most unusual lawsuit he's seen in his almost 40 years in office.
It's unprecedented. It's never happened. In all these years, it has never, ever happened.
Frank tried playing dumb, hit the media with that old man jazz cat vibe, like he ain't know what was going on. Bruh, stop it. You the one signed, sealed, and delivered them deals like there was 100 bricks from a chapina. This man laid up there and said it was routine practice. Bruh, what morgue routine got you shipping out livers like Amazon Prime? That ain't routine. No, that's straight up bumping body parts like them $10 bags of foil BG used to be copping out the 12 ward. Don't forget, he wasn't just selling body parts. Frank Ben had his name tied to all kind of scandals before this. Back in the 90s when people was getting killed left and right in the Minyard's office stayed losing evidence. Homie once lost a whole jawbone in a homicide case. Like how the hell you misplace a human jaw? You ain't drop it down the couch cushion. Witnesses was telling police one thing, but Frank's crew kept botching the autopsies like they was working blindfolded with one hand tied behind their backs. Then he had the nerve to be all over TV talking slick about Katrina victims. This clown went on record saying some of the bodies in the convention center probably died before the storm. Bruh, shit up. Whole damn city underwater. FEMA ain't showing up. And you trying to play guessing games with dead people? Man, people was dying from heat and dehydration, not time travel. But you know what really make it grimy? Frank ain't never got charged, not once. Even after the lawsuits, even after all them damn interviews, even after people proved their loved ones got chopped up without permission. State said it was a gray area. Gray area? That sound like code for being privileged and connected. If Frank had been named Tyrone or Deshaun, you already know he be doing 20 to life for felony grave robbery, some other weird shit that has to do with harvesting and selling body parts. Instead, this man retired like he's some kind of legend, held this little fake saxophone concert, drove around the convertibles like he earned it, when in reality, he spent these decades treating dead people like corner store inventory. Frank finally dipped out in 2014, sliding into retirement like he ain't just spent 40 years disrespecting the dead.
Sharing this day with us. It's, I'm going to retire to something. I think that's the secret of retirement. Worst thing that can happen to a man or a woman is to retire, sit on a front porch with a rocking chair.
The city even threw him some weak little send-off, like he was a damn hero or something. Meanwhile, families still out here trying to get answers, trying to piece together what was left of their people. Some bodies got buried with cotton stuffed in their chests like they was mannequins, all cause Frank wanted to play Dr. Death for profit. And even after all of that noise, after the lawsuits, the headlines, the public outrage, and never got so much as a slap on the wrist. Dude walked away clean, you heard me? That's how you know the system ain't built for the people. Let a regular dude go dig up a grave and sell a liver during hard time before the dirt even settled. But Frank, he out here playing jazz on Frenchman Street, blowing that sax like he ain't blow us people trust for decades. And them schools, Tulane and LSU, they ain't never faced no real heat neither. Just played it off like, oh, we didn't know the families hadn't been consented. And miss me with that shit. Y'all was getting body parts like y'all was shopping at Whole Foods, paying invoices, collecting specimens, but ain't nobody say nothing. Let's not act like it's just old news either. What Frank did, still hunting this city like them so-called ghosts up in St. Louis Cemetery. Number one, the trust been gone. Ain't nobody look at the coroner's office the same sense. People scared to donate organs, scared to let their people get autopsied, scared to even trust the system with the dead because of him. Ain't no second line big enough to cover that kind of karma. That man stole from the dead, and in a city like New Orleans, where the dead still walk among us, that's a price you don't just walk away from. So here lies Frank Minyard's legacy. I don't know plaque in no ceremony, but in the silence of all them missing hearts, all them stolen brains, all them souls they didn't get to rest in peace.
Dr. Frank Minyard, who served as Orleans Parish Coroner for 40 years, has died. His daughter tells our partners at NOLA.com that Minyard died today of congestive heart failure.